Hello, everyone. Thank you so much again for coming out to listen to this very important program that we have here with Derek. Um, this year, 2024, by the way, Eden, your Realtor for Life with Remax Premier. Um, One of my goals for 2024 is to give back to my community valuable information. So if there was any one of you here that are my clients, friend, family members, that have a great idea, like small businesses or entrepreneur or um, goodwill, anything that you want to share, reach out to me. And definitely I'd love to share it with my community so that we could give and take and promote your idea for free. That's my goal for this year for you. So again, this is Eden, your real estate agent here in GTA. Today I do have Derek. Hello, Derek. Welcome back. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, Eden. Thanks for having me. Hi, everyone. My name is Derek Lee-Chanok. I'm the Principal Financial Advisor of Ability Private Client Group. To let you know a little bit about myself, I've worked in the financial industry for over 25 years, the last 15 of which have been specializing in disability financial planning. My interest in supporting people with disabilities began with the support of family members and further expanded as I began to understand the unique needs and specialized financial planning that was required to secure their future.
Excellent. That is a bundle there. Let's, and do it. Like as I say, this is not directly related to real estate. This is actually to benefit you, my people, of a program that's available just in case you're dealing with a family member that was having some disability. So that is what how I know Derek. He helped my family member. He's doing an amazing job. So Derek, please go ahead and introduce to us what registered RDSP account is.
Sure thing. So the RDSP, that stands for the Registered Disability Savings Plan. The RDSP was launched in 2008 by the federal government to support the long-term financial planning needs of people with disabilities and to provide them with a way to save for their retirement future. When the government launched the program the RDSP program, they also launched two other programs that work in conjunction with the RDSP, are the Canadian Disability Savings Grant which is a matching program, and the Canadian Disability Savings Bond, which is meant for people with low income families.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Okay. So to make it simple and short, Derek, everybody's familiar with RRSP. Would you say RDSP is a plan like a retirement fund for young ones, like or for people that have disability?
Yep. So the Registered Disability Savings Plan is sort of the Registered Retirement Savings Plan, the one that you alluded to, the one that many Canadians have. That's meant for people who are working and have an income and they're looking for a way of putting money aside for their retirement.
That's right.
The DSP is specifically meant for people who have a disability, many of them with either very low incomes or no income at all. And it's a method for them to save for their long-term future, for their retirement.
Yeah, for their retirement. So this one is for people with disability for retirement, whereas the regular RSP is for working family, which is almost everybody. So the second question I have is I wrote it down. So what is the benefit of this account, RDSP account? Why should a person should have RDSP account?
Well, there's actually many benefits for the RDSP account. Primarily, it's like I said, a method of savings, but it's a method of savings where the government provides incentives that are far above and beyond any other incentive program out there for any other Canadian without a disability. Um, in addition to that, it's a sheltered vehicle, meaning that it won't impact a person's ability to receive Ontario Disability Support payments, the Canadian Pension Plan, the CPP Disability, Old Age Security, the Guaranteed Income Supplement. Any of those income support programs are all accessible ESP account.
Okay, so generally, I mean, if those people are not working, they need to invest money still in that account in order for the government to match that, or do so. So pretty much they still have to have that discipline of being able to deposit money yearly so that they get funds from the government plus interest accrued with that, correct?
Well, like I said, it's there's two programs that come along with the RDSP. Specifically, one, the Canadian Disability Savings Bond Program.
Mhm.
That is a program where the government will put money into the RDSP account regardless of any contribution you make. So they will put up to $1,000 per year into the RDSP account to a maximum of $20,000 for lifetime. And over time, even that 20,000 will continue to grow to quite a large number. So for anyone who doesn't have the ability to maybe put any money in, it still does make sense to open a registered disability savings plan. After saying that, if you are able to put some money in, the amount that the government will match to your contribution is huge. It's about
Quite a lot.
250%.
Yeah, very
So
good.
well, anything that you can put in there is helpful. The RDSP is also useful for estate planning for parents who might have or grandparents who might have a child with a disability, because there are strategies in place that we can actually roll over money from their investments into the RDSP at the time of their passing, which can highly support and help their child.
Right. So no, this is a really, really great program, but at the same time, you have to qualify
Mhm.
in order for you to open this account, correct?
That's right. Yep, and that's probably the most important thing that you for the people listening in is to know who can qualify for this. Um, uh, to qualify for the RDSP, uh, you have to be a Canadian resident, have a social insurance number, be under the age of 60, and qualify or receive the disability tax credit.
Right. So with the doctors and everything, you should have that proof of the fact that you are on disability in order for you to open this account,
That's
correct?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first step would be to apply for the disability tax credit, which would be having your doctor submit a form to the government to qualify for the disability tax credit.
Right. So give us a real example, because like as I said, the reason I'm sharing this is I was so surprised how fast that account grow when one, opened that account. Can you share an example of what you were able to do for
Yeah, for sure. And I'll share a screen with that regarding that. But even before I do that, I should mention we did talk about the Canada Disability Savings Bond. I didn't mention the other one, which is Canada Disability Savings Grant. So that's the matching program. Both those programs are income tested, but in general, for many of my clients, if they were to contribute up to $1,500, 1,500 for the year, they would receive 3,500 in government grants from the government. So that's about 250%. $1,500 per year might sound like a lot to some people. It's about $125 a month for. So if they're able to put just a little bit aside per month, it would very much benefit their long-term future. I'm going to show you a screen kind of based off of that to kind of give you an example of what could happen. So I'm using here uh, a client named Mark. Mark is currently 19,
right?
and he's on the Ontario Disability Support
Right.
Program.
Mhm.
Um, he's able to save $1,500 a year, either through his own savings or through gifts or contributions through parents, families, and friends. It actually doesn't matter who's making the contribution.
Mhm.
But by putting $1,500 a year into the RDSP, he will receive that $3,500 in grants. And
Mhm.
in addition to that, the Canadian Disability Savings Bond, which is $1,000. So basically, his $1,500 right away grew to over $6,000.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
uh, Ideally, he then takes this money and invests it. For our example, we're just talking about a medium risk, average, moderate plan,
Mhm.
making a return of about 5%. So what you can see from this graph is that he contributes $1,500 per year up until the age of 38. The reason for that is that the maximum that he can receive in grants is $70,000, and the maximum in bonds is $20,000. So that adds up to $90,000. So that would take about $30,000 worth of contributions. So over just a 20-year period, he's making a $1,500 yearly contribution. And over that time, by age 38, that investment has already grown to over $200,000.
Over how many years again? So
that was 20 years. So age 19 to age 38.
Yeah.
If we kind of forwarded along for another 10 years, so until Mark was age 49, that same investment, no further contributions made, had naturally grown through that moderate investment plan to over $350,000.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. And at the age 60, you have 639,800.
Almost 640,000, exactly. So for a small, I mean, it's not small. We understand $30,000 is not a small amount of money, but in relationship to how much it can grow to, it's a much smaller percentage of the overall value of the RDSP if it's put to use properly.
Right. So after 20 years, you have 208,000 here. If somebody decides, let's say I want to buy a house, and are they able to take some money from that account at all?
So not based on the current rules. There has been talks or recommendations put through by ourselves, by other nonprofit groups, whatnot, recommending that that some of this money or all of this money could be used for the support of purchasing a home. But at the moment, that rule is not in place. So no, not at age 38. One of the restrictions for the RDSP account is that there has to be at least a 10-year holding period after the last grant and bonds has been received before we can withdraw. That was the reason for indicating what the value was at age 49. At age 49, there would be $356,000. At that point, a portion of that could be used to help maybe cover a mortgage payment or whatnot to allow them to potentially own a property.
That's awesome. That's really good. So my final probably question is, what is your role in this? Let's say somebody, has that certificate of, having a permanent long-term disability. Now they want to open up an account. So where do you come in? Like, what is it that you do to help people?
So, I mean, early on I mentioned I'm a financial advisor who specializes in the support of persons with disabilities. The RDSP, we've only touched the surface of it. There's many other things that we could talk about the RDSP in ways of using it, planning for it, strategically making contributions into it and whatnot. But there's other things as well. There's other investment vehicles such as the Hansen Trust or a segregated fund that we could take advantage of. So basically, my role as financial advisors is to meet with the families or the person with a disability, discuss their current financial situation, and come up with strategies to kind of help them put into place a plan that'll help secure their future. That's the goal, to secure their long-term future. Especially with younger children or while the parents are in their working years, they're very often able to support their children, provide them with little bits of income or buy their clothing, buy their food, whatever else it is. But there will be a time where they're no longer able to support them directly financially. So we need other financial planning vehicles like the RDSP to replace that income support.
Well, that's awesome. That is very good. And also, I guess, even the supporting family, there's a benefit that they get with the government for supporting the children. That's something, I guess, where I am hoping you would be able to register for a seminar that Derek will put together for him to go step by step individually for you, how you could take advantage of this. I personally myself, like, we had this account, I don't know how long, if you remember, about 2 years. We got this statement. It was like a deposit of 19,000 from our part, and I saw the account was just under 40,000 right now in just about 2 years. That's what I looked at. So I thought that was really a worthwhile investment to really seriously look into. And that's why I decided to share this with my people. So like, as I say, we're going to put a link down here for you to register for a seminar that a very, very experienced, knowledgeable gentleman, Derek, and he's really a great person explaining to my family member how the whole thing worked. He has a lot of patience. So I definitely strongly recommend him. And again, if you want to attend the seminar, give me a call or click on that link to register. And yeah, hope you'll benefit from here. Again, this is Eden, your real estate agent for life. And for your real estate needs or in regards to this program, give me a call for 416-918-5979. Thank you so much for listening to us. You have yourself a great day. Thank you so much for coming out, Derek.
Thank you, Eden. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.